Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, grass looks greener, back to one on the TCG. I should recheck, but I'm not so sure how many grasses are legal in the OCG. I think it's semi-limited, no? Same for Master Duel, or is grass at 3 on Master Duel? It might actually be the case. Anyway, one grass is not enough. I mean, if you want to play 60 cards with only one grass, I mean, the thing with 60 and even 50 cards is you're making your deck less consistent, obviously. But you can capitalize on the fact that if you're able to play 3 grass, then, you know, the chances are obviously much higher. Sure, you could play Thrust and Left Arm Offering and stuff like that. But with only one grass, going for 60 is a bit wishful thinking, even 50. But it's a super fun deck, so, you know, you're definitely wanting to mix this with Lightsworns, the new support. Other options, Tirlement is definitely there, Thunder Dragon is definitely there. Other options, as you saw in the side deck, more Nemesis, maybe even Protoss had it in there, eventually dropped it, but you know, that's definitely an option. Yeah, because of this, right, Banshee can search basically the Nemesis package and then either go for the green one, what is it, the Nemesis, you know, the one that goes for Thunder Dragon, or search the Protoss, right, which in certain matchups might be very solid. In most matchups, right? Then again, you might blow up your own field, depending on the attribute. So it's basically an engine top deck. So 50 cards with good stuff. Horus speaks for itself. Fiendsmith, the thing is that this deck is super weak to Nibiru, especially post-Apo ban. So Fiendsmith, you know, goes for Caesar, but what is it, the Monk? The Lightsworn Monk is also a Light Fiend. So, you know, that works well with the Fiendsmith engine. It is what it is. You know, generic links, synchro is Dispater. Another option that I wanted to try to fit in the extra deck is Crimson Dragon, because sometimes it feels kind of awkward going for a synchro summon or wanting to go for a synchro summon, a level 12 one. And Crimson Dragon is definitely there. Could copy like level 10, because it's not so easy to pump out double level 12. There might be an option, yeah, maybe that's something cute. Go for double level 12, but the extra deck is a bit too tight for that, I think. Some more examples, right? Again, going first, again, super fun, right? You know how it went or goes or went when grass was legal in the TCG. You played like 50-60 cards, full of engines, Tirlement, Lightsworn, Bestials, Horus, and so on. Zombies back in the old school days. And you know, you just let the deck play. Mill and you pray you mill good. The new level 8 is basically another level 8 or rank 4 exceed play, short set. And, you know, depending on what is it, how many Lightsworn monsters you banish from the graveyard, you can mill up to that amount. What is it? Up to 4, I think. So still have Nemesis, was able to search it out, you know, with the Banshee. Banshee can turn itself into Little Knight, yeah, SP Little Knight banishing Nip, so it won't, you know, like harm my field, threaten my field. Corridor, that was the name I was looking for, and Colossus at 2. But I don't think you need to main deck 2. There's no reason to main deck 2, or at least, you know, put 2 in the extra deck to prevent your opponent from basically playing the game, searching, and if there is a potential talent, or well, Thrust, I mean, Thrust is kind of protected or shut down by the, whatchamacallit, the Colossus. So talent is also big. Board breakers, guys, might be strong in our format, right? Because again, less only negations. Another example, Yubel, again, the level 8 Minerva is probably the first synchro, the first extra deck monster you're going for because of the mills. What is it, mill 2, different Lightsworns, right, or different type. Basically another level 8 or rank 4 exceed play, and then go from there. Use the Bestial package to potentially go for Dispater, yeah, reborn something. Go for the Omega combo, that this deck has access to that. Go for Regained, get rid of my, yeah, you know, we saw Yubel. So there is definitely a slight chance you banishing a Dark from their hand, for example. 2 generic, yes, they kept the Moodling too. So any 2 generic monsters or effect monsters can turn themselves into Caesar for monster negation. I like Judgment Dragon, just keep it, you know, it's basically a searcher off of the level 4, you know, a smaller JD Lightsworn monster. And it facilitates those rank 8 exceed plays. Same for the small Horus package. I guess the only card you want to make with those is the Zombie Vampire. If you find the space, you can definitely go for, what's it called? The Galaxy Ice one, the Photon Lord, the one that negates monster effects. that's also an option to potentially, you know, prevent your opponent from using Nip on you. Solid board still, we still have the Regained Reborn Dispater, so again more monster negations because again they have cards banished thanks to Omega. We can chain block Little Knight with Druid's Worm, and this should be enough, I think so, yeah. Little Knight, yeah, banishing the field spell, and the Lurie hit, oh, at least no, yeah, I was about to say hitting the field, but Caesar says no. Probably should have negated, right, with the Titanic Galaxy, and then still having a potential monster summon negation. Anyway, so going second, and we open Grass, but it will always get ashed. Even though it's only you know, Grass at 1, it will always get ashed. But my hand is kind of good going second. You have a Bestial against Fiendsmith, that's fantastic. You have Nip, again, was able to prevent Caesar from hitting the field, and Nip here in this case is super strong, and there's no threat for them going for Apo, and I have follow-up plays with Monk and the Small Dragon, and of course Grass, but we see there's an Ash in hand. So I think I have to Nip here that prevents the Flame Birch from coming out. Was it maybe a bit too soon? Maybe. Probably should have waited. Huh. Promethean Princess. Eventually, what is it? Were they able to put, whatchamacallit? Ah, yeah, the original Sinful Spoils, yeah. Maybe the better play was to let them search the Fire King Island, and then when they try to use Island, then go for Nip. And then, you know, they're still forced, if they have a fire, here in this case the Ash in hand, they would have been forced? Or maybe they had Kirin, they had a Kirin still. I'm not so sure it mattered though, but they have so many interruptions. The Cross, sadly, never resolves. It just never resolves. Getting ashed, but my plays here are super limited, so we try to mill. We know the mill was Wolf, right? But again, there is a Promethean in graveyard. I think all 3 Kirin are gone, so we can safely, yeah, because of Arvada, right? Arvada does not destroy, but they still have Arvada in graveyard to potentially reborn later, right? Go for Little Knight, at least get Little Knighted. Fiendsmith, yeah, this well, I still have one in graveyard, yeah, because I milled one in the opening turn, I think. So attack over Little Knight, and I still have, I forgot the Whale in graveyard, so I was like, man, all these interruptions. But we're still in. So level 8 generic, level 8 rank 4 or level 8 synchro play. We searched Judgment Dragon, and I make a small mistake. I thought, I mean, Judgment Dragon is an OG card, so I should have expected it. I thought Judgment Dragon sent all the cards from your field to graveyard to, you know, bypass Kirin, right? Kirin says destroy, yeah. I think so. Nope, or it does set send. Oh, then it's my mistake. Yeah, like the display. Nah, it didn't really make sense. Like, going for JD, blow him the entire field. I probably should have maybe... I don't think it mattered. Little Knight on the Garonix, I think, was the play, but they still have a full field, and I don't think I was able to get rid of the Promethean. Yeah, get rid of the Promethean also. Losing battle. So last example, again going first. This is a full engine. Can play through hand traps, so that's fine, like an Imperm, Ash, Veiler, that's all cool. Go for Fiendsmith engine first, again Nip is important, or preventing Nip is important. Go for Caesar eventually, and then, you know, multiple plays, Sard, we already have a Bestial, Magnamut, that's fine, Raiden for double potential mill, and Ash would be okay-ish. But there is no Ash, so we can go for the Magnamut, that gets Veilered, so they are fearing more Bestials. I probably should have gone for Dispater first, now that I think of it, and then, you know, Tribute Dispater. I mean, this is another way, I guess. Yeah, not so sure. I mean, it kind of mattered, though. I mean, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you can reborn something from your banished pile, right? Yeah, it did matter. So that's my mistake. So anyway, search JD, potentially rank 8, but potentially rank 8, because of Minerva also level 8, so potentially getting that in a Galaxy on field. Omega ripping another card, because again, I think they already used a hand trap, and their Poplar is blocking the Imperm. Imagine Poplar not being there, Snake Eyes Edge is already in the graveyard, because it was milled. But I mean, I have interruptions, right? Imagine them imperming the Caesar, Ogre on Regained to prevent Dispater from hitting the field. I still have Titanic Galaxy plus Little Knight play. Yeah, that probably should have been enough, right, against that weaker hand. So it's a really fun deck. But you know, like, feel free to leave suggestions for this particular build. But I'm having fun. It's really, really solid. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, leave me signing out. Peace.